I never once thought my lifespan, and this is when I got out of ball and when I was playing ball, I didn't think my lifespan would be any shorter because I was playing football. What I knew was, and I accepted, was that I was going to leave parts of my body on the field, that I'm going to limp like I do now occasionally, that I get my knee shot up with cortisone, that in 5 years I'll get it replaced, and possibly after that my shoulder. I knew all that. That's different than dying, okay? So that never entered my mind. When I said I didn't care what I was like at 50, I didn't say dead. I just said how my body was at that point. Does he have every right to say that and believe that? Yes. And in today's game, when you're seeing players have problems afterward that we're talking about CTE, and we're still in the process of figuring out, is it all because of football? Is it other things in their lives? We're still gathering information. But players today see guys who are having problems and see the result of those problems and a shorter lifespan. And Chris Conte is basically saying, you know what, I'm just how I was accepting that I knew I may be limping or not be able to throw the ball to my kid without using a jugs machine, which I've been doing at 50. His is just, if I die earlier, so be it. I accept those risks because I wanted to play in the NFL. The one thing I don't want to do, because when you read that, because you know how I feel about this, that the impression for a while there, the sky falling in football, if you put on pads, that you were going to have a shorter lifespan. I know way more people, way more former football players that are living wonderful lives in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, and certainly those that didn't. But the greater percentage are. They have some issues that you're going to give up on the field, and you understand that going in, and especially with the head, you're learning more and more and more. So he has every right to say that and feel that way. The NFLPA is not going to be very happy about it. Well, because, listen, they're fighting for player safety all over the place. Everything is about, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. We just had this huge 4,500 former player lawsuit that went on about concussions and everything, safety of players that we're talking about. And here when you had quotes from Brian Urlacher when he was it while he was still playing or just when he finished?
No, while he was playing,
saying, I would try and hide a concussion. And believe me, many guys would.
I would be willing to bet you that someone does in every game in
I
the
don't
NFL.
doubt that at all. So the NFLPA doesn't really, nobody wants to hear that, but the NFLPA is like, wait a minute, guys, we're trying to help you out here. We're trying to get on the league every time they do something that puts your safety in jeopardy, like year-long Thursday night games, like maybe adding 2 games to the schedule. And we got my own, from the union, our own constituents are saying, you know what, I don't care if I live 10 or 15 years shorter because of football. I'm happy to have played football, which he has every right to say.